Good morning, everybody. As Jennifer's trying to get us back on the screen, this is Lorraine Ball. There we are. Hi, everybody.
I'll get better at it. I'll get better. This is Jennifer Denny.
And we are so excited this morning because we're going to be talking about LinkedIn Live, and we're doing it on LinkedIn Live, which is kind of weird.
But and many other places too, right?
And many other places. Through the miracle of technology, we're in multiple places at once.
Awesome. All right. Well, let me bring Susan up.
This is Susan McConnell, and we if you've been a regular visitor here on the Small Biz Chat, you've met Susan before. Susan, welcome to the show.
Welcome, girls. Good to see you, Team LinkedIn Live.
We're matching. I just noticed.
Team. No.
Okay, well, there was a dress code. I missed it.
Why? What was the dress code?
The purple and the cowl neck.
10 degrees here in Boston. I was going to go up to here.
So this morning, besides discussing fashion, we're going to talk about LinkedIn Live. And for those of you that are watching, I guess the question is, do you use LinkedIn Live? And Susan, what do you think? Why should people use LinkedIn Live?
It is an awesome way to kind of transition yourself, I think, into speaking in general, because when I first applied for it, I was very nervous about it, but yet I consistently do a show every week, and it just kind of gets you more comfortable because you're on Zoom. You've been on Zoom chat. So it's really just taking a Zoom here and having a chat, and you don't see the people, you only see the comments. So it's not as, I guess, in your face as standing in front of an audience of people. So it's kind of a great way to get out what you do in, I guess, more comfortable way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the pandemic has definitely helped that. But Jennifer, you found some awesome statistics that really.
I'm in the.
Yeah, I
didn't know.
Yeah, that's right on LinkedIn's website. So it is from LinkedIn Live. But I mean, I've definitely seen this too. On average, 7 times more reactions, 24 times more comments. Like, people pay attention when they're live. When you talk about should you go live, you get to show your personality and get to know who you are. Text can only go so far.
Well, and the funny thing is that before I got approved for LinkedIn Live, because for a while there, they were really ratcheting, really kind of managing who could be a creator.
Mm-hmm.
What I was doing is I was recording a video, using StreamYard or some other platform, and then I was putting it on LinkedIn.
Yep.
And a lot of times, now this is live, but a lot of times I will still pre-record the video so it looks a certain way. Yeah. But then I will push it through the LinkedIn Live system.
Yeah. Isn't that fairly new though, that you can do pre-recorded, or have they always had that?
I've been doing it since 2019, so I wouldn't say it's too new.
Onto LinkedIn Live, yeah. Okay.
Well, but you know what you were doing, because it changed this summer. Oh. What you used to have to do, and the way we were doing it, is you would record the video and then you would do a screen share. So LinkedIn Live thought that you were live, but you had the benefit of the pre-recording. But in I think this summer, LinkedIn, at least on StreamYard, and I'm sure because you use Restream.
Oh, that's right. I use, okay.
Yeah, that did change this summer, right before, or this fall when I went on vacation.
And I saw you.
Yeah. Yes. We were having breakfast while I was LinkedIn Living.
I was on one time on a show about going live while I was live.
That's cool. I got to get to that point. That's awesome.
Okay. So what about maybe some tips well, before we do that, how about what's different, do you think, between LinkedIn Live and some of the other platforms? What, are there features that you like?
I don't know. Meaning doing it like Facebook or YouTube Live.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? I'm not as schooled. I now run my LinkedIn Live on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. So using StreamYard makes it seamless because you can run it to obviously all three at once. So that gives you content in 3 different places for one video, which is awesome. But my tip is for the people that are thinking about trying it, or one is just do it, but 2, write down your process, because you can forget things in the process. Because I'm a huge, like, I write down, like you create the go there, and then I literally wrote it down step by step, because sometimes I miss things in the step. And when you bring it over to LinkedIn Live, I find that they're changing the time on me, so I have to go, there's things you have to check almost every time you do it, and I think that kind of keeps it consistent. If you write down all of the steps, you'll know what you have to do every time.
What do you mean by that? They changed the time? I know there's a little bit of a delay, because I've actually brought up, so when we were recording, I'll bring up LinkedIn and we're talking, but there's a time lag.
No, actually, know what it is? It's sometimes I always schedule mine. I'm every Tuesday at 12. And then when I schedule it on StreamYard and it goes over to LinkedIn, sometimes the time is screwed up and I have to go into LinkedIn and change the time.
Oh, yes. I've seen that, where it looks like the broadcast is going to be at 2 a.m. or some weird.
I've had that happen. I've done that a couple of times. I had a 12 a.m. broadcast that I didn't know about. Also, make mistakes, right? It's okay to make mistakes. We're all learning this. That's the kind of cool thing about it.
I think, when I first started posting on social media, oh my God, a decade plus ago, whatever that was, I spent a lot of time worrying about every single detail. And then what I learned was people forgave you and forgot. And I always kind of treated LinkedIn like a higher level. I was okay making a mistake on Twitter, but I was nervous about what I was saying or doing on LinkedIn. And I think the advent of live has relaxed that a little bit.
It's almost like if you're too perfect, you're not real. And so I think the realness of it, of okay, I'm trying to do 50 million things at once. I don't have the studio engineer behind me. I'm not NBC News.
Well, that's what's good about it, is you don't need you can have complicated equipment, and a lot of people do, and a lot of broadcasts are a little more professional, but yet it works for everybody. That's kind of what's cool about it. Someone who can just, get on live and, have a nice chat with somebody. It doesn't have to be professional. I mean, you'll get there. It's just start and do it and be consistent about it. And that's what the person so it's kind of cool. It's like somebody advises you and you do it. And then I feel like you should advise other people. And that's what's kind of fun about it, is, getting more people to do it.
Yes. Well, and, I think there's a difference between authentic and sloppy. I think it's okay to make a mistake, or every now and then I forget to take Benny and put him in another room, and so there's a cat tail that wipes through my face, and that's
or
just
to turn on something off, and then I've got the something going.
Oh yes, do that.
But I think as you get better and you start to learn, I think a lot of people don't ever watch their own live videos, and I think that's a mistake. I think you need to go back. It's hard, but you got to go back and look at yourself.
Just add one more thing each time. Okay, let's try this. All right, let's add this. And like you said, StreamYard or Restream, it makes it pretty easy to kind of have the backgrounds and make things different. I'm totally annoyed by the logo in the center here, and it's behind our pictures. But we normally only have 2 of us. What are you gonna do?
Oh yeah, but I have an MBA.
Yeah, I do know marketing.
But now that we're seeing that, because we haven't used this layout, we typically, when we have 3 people, we were using this. But it kind of cuts everybody's faces off. So
and then you have to align yourself. Like that's the stuff you play with. It's kind of fun.
Yes. But I think this is
background.
Backgrounds.
Yeah.
Susan, what else have you kind of learned along the way? Because LinkedIn is really your jam. That's where you play exclusively. So what do you found that's worked and not worked?
Well, like I said, I think it's the be consistent. And then just, I think that if you're just getting on yourself and like spitting out what you do all the time, that's not going to work. I think you have to be a little more welcoming. Like, so I interview someone different because I want my audience to experience other business people and other ways to do things. I had a Facebook ad guy. I had you guys on. I think it's good for my audience not to know that I'm always just LinkedIn, but yet you want to be. But I think it's to be consistent.
So I love that be consistent, but also expand your topics. Because especially if you do it for a while, I mean, how often can you talk about X, Y, or Z?
Right.
Lorraine, did you just question how often you and I can talk? Because I mean,
I know, right? We could definitely do that, but
well, you know, part of the advantage is I think you and I have a little bit different perspective.
Yeah.
But even for us, I think, you know, having somebody else on, like, you know, like Susan, to kind of mix it up is really awesome. And we like when you mix.
Yeah, it's definitely the truth. And I think you have to think about running it from your business page when you have business. I think you can have LinkedIn Live for both now. And so you can run it from your business page and just do business ones. And then you can run it from your personal page and then do, like I said, the little more of showing your audience all the people that you know in your community. And I think that's what's kind of cool about it is we all learn from each other. And I learned, I was on looking at some of the LinkedIn Live scripts from some of the other LinkedIn Live people because they're all awesome. And we all get along and we all find our own business somewhere. And some, you know, people are attracted to me or attracted to me. The people are attracted to them, go to them. And that's all. It's awesome. Abundance.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to encourage everybody who's listening or watching the recording, because you can do that with LinkedIn Live. First off, to check out Diversified Sales Solutions and look for Susan. Look for Susan McConnell on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And then if you're looking for some help executing some of these programs, be sure to talk to Jennifer at Elevated Marketing Solutions.
Absolutely true.
And then More Than a Few Words. I have to plug that one because there's lots of things out there. And hey, I just launched a course on there.
Yes, you did. Yes. And we are going to have, we'll put a link to the class in the notes because Jennifer has a new class on
Facebook ads and
Facebook
ads. You're making.
Yes. So I had a guest on Facebook ads and it's not for the faint of heart. Let me tell you.
No.
Do not be a novice and go do it because you're just throwing go buy a lottery ticket.
Yes, absolutely.
There's my advice. Talk to Jennifer or go buy a lottery ticket. Don't do Facebook ads by yourself.
All right, everybody. That's another week wrap. Next week, we're going to explore TikTok.
Oh, boy.
Short form video. Here we go.
Bye,
guys.
Bye.